What's up, everybody? It is only Journey here, and I hope you're all having a wonderful whatever time it is for you guys right now. I know I certainly am. I am home from work, I have my orange drink, and holy shit, Aunt Tammy went off on Amber last night. There's a fly around here. Can you fuck off, buddy? Jelly Bean is also here. Hello. There you go. Bye. Now, to be honest, the only video I have watched on this has been Karina's video, and I kind of agreed with Karina. I don't think Tammy should have gone on Amber's live. However, I also can give credit where credit is due. Tammy put Amber in her place. That was nuts. So once again, we are reacting to Apathetic Faxx's video about Amber's live stream because holy crap, I'm not watching all of Amber's like 2.5 hour live stream. Or however long it was. She's live streaming right now as I'm recording this. So I am pretty much blind reacting to this. I have seen almost none of this live stream. I have been out of the loop with the Amberverse for the last week and a half or so. I am still editing the reaction of Amber's reaction of Emily speaking to Snowflake, so that's fun. But anyway, just a disclaimer that everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only and is my own opinion and knowledge I've collected throughout the universes to bring to you here. I am also a very silly person. I'm not a serious one, so please don't take anything I say here seriously. We're just here to have fun. Also, please do not be mean to any of the people I talk about, because that's not nice. Apathetic Faxx's video and their YouTube channel and Instagram will be linked down below in the description for anybody interested in following them. So alrighty, Amber and Apathetic Faxx, what do you have for us today?
Just members yet, and someone just said, "Hey, Chubby." Oh my god, Corky. I know what your name is. Like, I'm not dumb, but do you like how I call you Corky?
I find it funny how Rosie was like, I don't want to get into girl world, and then becomes friends with Amberlynn Reed. Like, girly, she was attacking you months ago for no fucking reason. I feel like you're smarter than this. I mean, I know you have your own things that people think are controversial, and that's totally fine. We all have our own controversies, but like, girl, are you okay? No, she is not.
Like, that's a little nickname. I mean, your username does say Corky Love, but like, loving the plum color, thank you.
I think it is honestly a good color on her.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that was either, and I did not like it. I feel like I need a little therapy from that.
First time live watcher, how was your week? My week's been really good, and thank you for the super chat. Not the boob shit.
Ooh, girl, I don't know if you're gonna want to super chat after you see who she truly is.
Not the boob shimmy on Maine. What does that mean? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna wear. Remember when I said the sympathy bone comment, and I was wearing my my Soli costume? Listen, I was gonna wear that because I ain't got my sympathy bone today.
Okay. You said the sympathy bone comment after somebody was saying that Narc Alert had a heart attack, and you were like, I don't have a sympathy bone. Regardless of whether or not that heart attack was a hoax, because she's been saying it is, that is still not a nice thing to say. Amber, you expect us to be oh so worried for you when you have a medical mystery happen to you. Someone has a literal fucking heart attack and you're just like, where's my sympathy bone? I don't have it. You know, I don't like you, but despite the fact that you have dug yourself into the deep cesspool that you reside in, I still have sympathy for you there, because I feel like you could be doing better for yourself and you obviously choose not to. So how would you feel if somebody told me that something happened to you and I was like, oh, where's my sympathy bone? Like, it's such a double standard, because you know for a fact she would be pissed the fuck off if somebody was like, I don't have a sympathy bone for her. But But she's allowed to say it. She's allowed to say it because it's a reaction channel, you guys. And I'm allowed to be cruel to people who are reaction channels. Like, you just decide to be mean to and about people simply because they talk about you in a way you don't agree with. You understand the majority of us want you to be healthy, right? The majority of us want you to be safe. We want you to be okay. But you're a fucking idiot. Just something about the sympathy bone comment pisses me off. It really does. Amber, don't be complaining if you have a similar issue and nobody gives a shit. Because you've proven yourself that you don't give a shit about other people. You could care less if people got hurt or if they had a medical emergency or if they died. What you care about is what they can do for you. If they can drive you around, if they can give you money, take you to the mall, all of that stuff. Like, I am a nice person because to me, I like being nice to people. I like seeing people happy. You are saying cruel things to people online for no fucking reason. And this is why people react to you and say shit to you. You want to cry, oh, they're bullying me. And it's like, no, we're calling out your behavior because it's clear you've been doing this for fucking years. Don't know what this rant is turning into. Moving on.
Okay, your mama has like disappeared because he's over on like the lol cow bullshit. So he's barely.
Okay, what about him joking about an animal dying? You still like that fuck? Like, you still like him? Like, I can give credit where credit is due. At least he tells people not to take him seriously whatsoever. But it doesn't change the fact that he acts like a piece of shit and is a piece of shit all the time. And he can't read. Seriously, the guy reacted to one of my videos a while back and I was wearing my Frog Grim Reaper shirt that says everybody croaks, and he could not read the word croak. Who can't read the word croak? So you like a middle-aged man who's a dick to everyone on the internet and who joked about animals dying. Okay.
On his Yo Mama channel, and he went there today, right? And he talked about the narc alert, and I'm telling you, I knew none of this. My jaw is on the floor type deal.
Okay, so this is different stuff because Narc Alert is getting exposed by people that they knew. Okay. I mean, honestly, good. If somebody is a piece of shit, expose them. Doesn't matter to me who they are or what side they're on. If somebody is going to be a sucky human being, the person should be exposed for being a sucky human being. Warn the others.
Anna says Tammy coming on soon. So I don't know what that's talking about. Are you intoxicated right now? You're slurring your words, eyes rolling, and acting strange. I smoked some Delta. Not gonna lie about it.
Okay. Okay, girl. Now, I've said this before, if Amber wasn't such a colossal, giant piece of shit, she would probably be cool to get on the up and up with. And, like I've said before, Hecticana would be a great name for a dispensary.
Say, when people, like, were seeing how I was reacting to my aunt, like, that's frustrating for me to hear, like, this is the real Amber Lynn, because it's like, bro, what you're seeing is me split. It's called splitting. When you literally turn into someone that you're not. Like, you're so...
Amber, you have turned into something that you're not so many times that it is pretty much who you are now. But okay, lecture us on shit you obviously don't know about and that you're just Googling.
hurt by someone, like when you have BPD, you're so fucking hurt by someone that you genuinely, you're so overwhelmed with emotion, like you cannot regulate those. So that is what you're winning.
The whole thing is that, like, with her talking about BPD, I have people in my life with BPD who are good people, who do not act the way Amber does, who do not expect everybody to just forgive blindly to behavior that is unacceptable. The people I know with BPD understand when they need to apologize, understand when their brain is being irrational. They have trained themselves to be able to calm down to the best of their abilities. Sometimes people just need space, and that's okay. Sometimes person needs to go to rage room, and that's okay. Sometimes person just need to put on 20-minute podcast and stare in the corner, and that's okay. So long as we let ourselves cool down and we're not blaming other people for the way we react. Because the way you react, Amber, is on you.
So it's hard because 99% of the time you guys are witnessing me as like pretty chill, just chilling. And I only ever come out as a bitch or come out angry is when it's demonstrated to me first, if that makes sense.
So maybe being a YouTuber where you constantly get troll comments isn't the best career for you. Have you thought about that? I feel like you haven't thought about that. If you opened up your tiny pea-sized brain with 4 brain cells for maybe 2 fucking minutes, you would realize that having a career where people comment terrible things about you and actually do try to get you riled up probably isn't the best career choice for a 550-pound woman who has the self-preservation of a troglodyte. Actually, troglodytes have more self-preservation than you, and they're extinct.
That doesn't mean, oh, we saw Amberlynn's true colors or this is the real Amberlynn. Like, it's not fair. And what my aunt was doing.
You know what's not fair? Treating all of your exes and your family members the way you have over the years. You know what's not fair? Outing your mom in a country that is currently turning tides against the queer community, and you refused to vote. And yet you're making fun of people for being Trump supporters when you don't even know if they voted for the orange Adolfo. You understand that outing your mom's sexuality in a country that is getting increasingly more homophobic could cost her her job in the future, right? Not exactly like you need to worry about that, though. I mean, look at you.
It was not only triggering and wrong and hurtful, like it shattered me. And I could not regulate those emotions in the whole span of the time that I've known her since.
Go to therapy. Yes, she also says somewhere in this, because I was listening to Karina's coverage of this, she says like, well, why do I have to go to therapy? Why can't it be my aunt? And it's like, Karina pointed this out, but I'm also going to say this. You're not going to therapy anymore, are you?
17, that she was always the person that like indicated like a break in our chat. And a lot of people like, go to therapy, go to therapy, go to therapy, while like literally sucking the tit on my aunt. Ew, that woman needs to go to therapy, not me.
Oh! Okay. Speak of the devil, first of all, but you don't need to go to therapy? You, Amberlynn freaking Reed, doesn't need to go to therapy? What the fuck kind of alternate universe have I landed into? I don't know. You know what? We're just over 5 minutes into the video, but I don't give a shit. I need a little pick-me-up. Do you guys want to see something adorable? I hope you do. This is also kind of horrifying. It is a eraser of an ice cream, and he has a sun hat. I love him. He's beautiful. He is my son. I think we all need an ice cream wearing a sun hat. Because holy fucking shit, what did I just witness? I don't need to go to therapy. My aunt needs to go to therapy, not me. She's already said she's been through 16 years of it. You get your ass to therapy. Try hitting her high score in therapy before you say shit, okay? Now, I think Aunt Tammy needs more therapy. Specifically because she is not only cutting off Amber and her sister, but it seems like she's also cutting off her mom. High tag. Which, like, pop off, queen. You can only grow and heal so much when you're still in toxic relationships. So, frankly, I think Tammy cutting off everybody is a good idea. She should focus on her own found family. Remember, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. That's the real quote.
My aunt literally just tried calling me. Hello?
Oh yeah. Now, the comments are popping off at this point. Some people are saying block her. Other people are like, answer her. One person eventually says, bring up the fact she a cheating ass hoe. And I'm like, girl, it's great to know that your subscribers, Amber, the true supporters you have cultivated for yourself, are such shitty ass people. Because if somebody said that about my worst enemy, that, oh, well, remind them that they're cheating, even though they were in an abusive relationship and they could have been unalived. No. I wouldn't even say that about my worst of worst enemies. That's cruel. Frankly, if her husband was truly such a piece of shit, he deserved to be cheated on. That's my 2 cents. Don't be a piece of shit to your wife. Don't be a piece of shit to your husband. Don't be a piece of shit to your fucking partners. Anyway, I've just noticed that Amber supporters are either really fucking stupid or they're just as cruel as she is. So while once I had a shit ton of sympathy for her supporters, yeah, we're dwindling that down from like 75% sympathy to maybe like 3%. Yeah. Anyway, she answers the queen.
Fuck, I messaged her and I said, stop calling me. Like, it's ruining my live stream.
Hello?
Hello?
I don't even know if I'll be able to hear her.
Okay, I hear myself through your audio, so can you, like, pause me?
Yeah, I just did.
So you're clearly watching my live stream, and I said I don't feel like doing this anymore, so why are you calling?
Because you can't run my name and multiple family members in the dirt for decades and think you're just going to walk away that easy. I'm finally done. I'm finally ready. I got the receipts. I got the proof. I'm not afraid of you, Amber, unlike all your other victims. I thought I had seen and heard everything that you've done over these years, but I was so blind by your manipulation. And when I seen half of the videos that I've seen with documented proof of how you treat people, not only in our family, but people in general, you are one vile, disgusting human being, and I want nothing to do with you ever again, including your mother.
Yes! Fuck. Okay, I couldn't pause that because she was just going off. Yes, queen. Now, seeing Amber do this where she's like, okay, annoying as fuck. You're not 5. You don't have to make little faces every time someone says something that you don't like. Okay, you're a 34, almost 35-year-old woman. I would think that you learned how to be a little bit more decent, like in grade school. But then again, I mean, did you really go to school? Or when you did, were you focused on bullying people? You answered the fucking phone. You didn't have to do that. Now, Tammy, I mean, we've known that she's been doing her research for a long while. She has been, the last week, talking about doing her research. She's been thanking people for their videos on Amber so she can see the light. She came in fucking clutch. She was ready. I was scared at first. I was really worried about what was going on, and like, I thought Tammy 100% should have not gone on Amber's live stream. And, you know, I hadn't seen a lot of it, but seeing just this, oh my gods.
Including your mother. Your mother, your whole family, your whole Reed family is nothing but vile, disgusting degenerates that rape, manipulate, and abuse. Physically, mentally, spiritually, you name it, you guys.
I mean, Amber doesn't look surprised, but she looks speechless. Reed is George's last name, I believe, and George still being a piece of shit, allegedly, still doing the criminal record things, allegedly. So yeah, I mean, with the stuff we've heard about the guy and the stuff I've seen on him, doesn't seem like he's a nice guy. It seems like he's a real piece of shit. Just all of this, though. Goddamn. I don't know how close the in-laws would be with each other. Like, is Tammy's mother still in contact with George's parents if they're still alive? Or like, I know allegedly, apparently, Christine went to go visit George when she was sober. So it's like, girl, why? Are they still in contact even though Christine has a boyfriend? Who knows? We just know George is a person and he sucks.
Do it, and you do it proud. But I see it so clear now that I don't want nothing to do with you. But do you think you're going to continue to lie about me and the family members that I do care about and get away with it? No, you're not. I will continue to tell the truth. The difference between me and you is I have the truth to tell, and I have the receipts to back it up. So you want to know why I'm listening to your live right now? The reason is just to see what bullshit you're going to say next. And sure enough, it didn't take long. You try to say that you cut off talking to me? I've been looking over texts for the last days, and I have so much proof, time and time again, where you're begging me to talk to you again, where I've blocked.
Ooh, wait.
Proof, time and time again, where you're begging me to talk to you again, where I blocked you. I quit watching your videos. You kept begging me, please watch, please watch. I don't want to lose you, Auntie. All the lies you told me that I caught you on, called you on, you'd apologize and then do it again and again and again and again. What do you want to respond to that?
Just before Amber responds to that, just holy crap. Still, just... Now, good on Tammy for realizing that she needs to cut Amber, her sister, potentially her mother, along with several other people, including her in-laws, out of her life. To me, found family is true family, and found family can include your flesh and blood family. I consider my own dad found family. There is no rules, and people who say there are rules, they're liars. There are no rules. We've made all this up. Yay. I just hope Tammy has a really good found family.
What did I do in the last 2 years to you?
In the last 2 years? Okay, let me see if I can explain this. It's not an easy black or white answer or an answer that you can get in 2 seconds because like I keep saying, I've been doing this your whole entire life. You have a...
Also, Amber, you fail to realize that it doesn't have to be in the last 2 years. It can just be a buildup of shit. That is why sometimes when, you're doing these gentle little aggravations, over time, your partner or your family members will be driven fucking insane, and one day it will be too much and they will scream at you. And you'll be like, what did I do? I'm the victim. And they'll be like, yeah, why did I do that? Why did I explode at that one thing? Because sometimes people don't realize that they've been putting up with just gentle nudges over time for like a long time. And when they explode, they can feel bad and feel like they exploded for no reason. But other times people will straight up tell you that you have been a constant aggravation in multiple ways. Only doing tiny little mistreative things here or there doesn't take away from the fact that they're still mistreative.
Person that has fought to be in your life your whole entire life in one way or the other, no matter if you've seen it or not. And you didn't meet me at 17. You met me when you were 14, when I went to California for the first time after 16 years. Remember you getting the pot of spaghetti out of the refrigerator and using the really huge utensil, taking big scoops out of the pot onto your plate, where your dad said, I think that's enough, Amber. That's my first memory of you. And you still continue to pile on your plate. Yeah, that story goes around our family year after year after year. From then, I tried getting you.
Now, I think it's around this point where she starts crying a little bit because she's embarrassed. And it's like, damn. Also, George, way to be a good parent, teaching your child portion controls when they're 14, years after you should have taught them portion controls. Now, was this a nice thing for Tammy to bring up? No, I don't think she should have brought it up because it was really just incredibly embarrassing for Amber. She was 14. Despite who she is now, at the time, she was only 14. She was just a kid. It's not her fault that her parents could not teach her how to do things. It's not her fault that she didn't know portion control. It's also not her fault that she was addicted to food at such a young age. However, it is her fault now, at 34 years old, that she hasn't done anything meaningful about it. But regardless, I think the spaghetti story could have been kept out of this conversation. Just my 2 cents.
Story goes around our family year after year after year. From then, I tried getting you through the foster care because you painted the story. It was so bad. And then you even put me down for it that time. Your mom came in the picture, destroyed that. So then you went on to my mom's house. We all know what happened with that. You got kicked out for what?
Apathetic Faxx puts up, Queen, why did Grandma Lynn kick her out? Because she was very disrespectful. That hasn't changed. And I agree with this commenter. That is sad. I wish my grandmother was still around. I wouldn't be disrespectful to her. I am disrespectful to her spirit by sometimes putting my shoes on furniture, but I always hear her voice in the back of my head saying, Journey, get your shoes off of the goddamn furniture. But like, goddamn, man. Your grandma's still around. You're really lucky, especially at 35 years old. My grandma was already 82 when I was born, so like, you have your grandma, man. Why are you being so rude to her?
Then you go on to Casey, and then Crystal, and then Destiny, and then Becky. The whole time, I'm in the background, loving you, supporting you, sharing every bit of my diet with you, exercise, financial, and yes, I have all the proof. And then we get up to the current last 2 years. Who is the happiest person in this world for Amber to move to Oklahoma City? It was me, your aunt. Your mom didn't want you to come. She was very nervous about you coming because of the destruction and stress level that you bring with your just presence. I, against my whole entire family, would say things like, I know you guys are worried, but I'm so excited. We have texts showing that excitement for when you're going to get here. We're going to hang out.
Wow. Her own mother was nervous about her moving to Oklahoma. Holy shit. Part of me feels bad for Amber when it comes to that, because, I mean, I get it, but there is also a difference between not getting along with someone because you're two different people and just being a dick to them, and Amber is more often than not just a dick to people. But she talks about how much she loves her mom so often and how much of a good relationship they have, and like, wow. It really seems like throughout these last years, Tammy was really the only one who truly had your back. And it's sad that you've ruined that.
Can't wait. I wanted to diet with you. I wanted to exercise with you. I was so excited because, as you love to point out, I was very successful on keto. You get here, I see you one time. I try to see you, and I'm told I can only see you with your mother. I question you about it. You say, oh, I was just nervous. I haven't seen my family in 14 years and blah, blah, blah. Then you didn't reach out to me after that, ever. Not once to come over, pick you up, go do anything. November, you reach out to me because you want something, a vape. December, you reach out to me.
Whoa.
Want something, a vape. You checked in when I had COVID. You said Merry Christmas. I had COVID. I answered you the very next day. Then nothing in January. And then you send me a picture in February. So you want to know why I'm mad? Because I fought for you for freaking years. And then when you finally get...
Yeah, she was gonna take you in to... she was going willing to house you even though she was having issues of her own because she wanted to keep you with your family. Whoa.
I'm left. You and sister are going to museums and here and there, and I'm told I can't see you without my sister. You're here now, and you still have nothing to do with me. So you want to bring up me and your mom's fight, right, as the reason? No, you are the reason we don't talk. You are in your 30s. You can use a phone. You can make arrangements to spend time with your aunt, and you chose not to because me and your mom were in a disagreement. Any other questions?
The way she says, any other questions? Go off, queen. Go off. Quirky Love Rose says, I can't believe this is an elderly woman. This is revolting. She's in her 50s. That's not elderly, just so you know, okay? Elderly is technically 65 and up. So shut the fuck up, Rosie. Shut the fuck up. The audacity of Veronica to say she's a raging narcissist. Please block her. Have you ever lived with a narcissist? Because this is more of a victim coming out and saying, here's all the shit you did to me. I have all the proof of it. I'm fucking done with you and your bullshit. It seems like Aunt Tammy perhaps may be the victim, Veronica, and you are an idiot.
Well, yeah, it is true. I was feeling anxious to see my family again. It had nothing to do with you. It had nothing to do... It felt easier for me to be around family that I have not seen in 14 years if my mom was there. That was an anxiety thing. It was a coping thing. It is what it is. So I'm sorry.
So whose fault is it, Amber? Is it your fault? Or is it my fault that we haven't seen each other? Because the narrative that you're telling is different.
So
put it out there. Whose fault is it, Amber?
Yours.
No! Oh, the audacity of this bitch. The fucking audacity, I swear to fucking God.
So. And after Thanksgiving, I heard that my sister talked a whole bunch of shit about Thanksgiving over at my house. Once again, opening up my home to you guys. And at the end of the day, when I thought it was a wonderful day as well, guess what I got to hear? How y'all talk shit. I don't even know what the shit was. It was supposed to be so vile that it couldn't even be repeated.
I didn't say anything bad about the time at your home. And then, like, I wasn't invited to anything Christmas related, which honestly hurt a lot. I literally bawled my eyes out.
Okay, so talk to your fucking aunt. Don't let it fester. Heard about communication, Amber? Haven't you said communication is important? Shouldn't you learn how to communicate better? I feel like you should. I feel like that should be on your bucket list for 2026, but not like you really do any of your New Year's resolutions anyway.
Again, I don't want to interrupt you, but when there's no contact from October...
Respect. I don't want to interrupt you, but... Okay? She took the time to tell her, like, hey, I just need to add this. That says more respect to me than somebody just fucking interrupting somebody.
November into December, with the exception of wanting a vape, why would I invite you and my sister to Christmas?
In December, I talked to you 3 times. What
3 times, Amber?
One of them did involve a vape. The other 2 times was to check in on you regarding your health. And every time we did communicate was because of me.
It's absolutely not. And I have the receipts to prove that. Unless you're talking about only between October and February.
That is correct.
When you got here and I see the true colors, that I was never going to be your person in any way, shape, or form. I heard through my mom how you'd cry and boo-hoo and you at her house going, well, I don't understand why I can't talk to my aunt.
That is correct.
And what were you told? Were you told you couldn't talk to me?
I would cry because Were
you told you couldn't talk to me? Did anyone say, Amber, don't talk to your aunt, don't call her, don't text her?
So, sorry, I was reading the chat because it's distracting me. I read between the lines.
Did anyone tell you at that point when you were boo-hooing several times about not talking to me, Did my mom or my sister tell you, you can't talk to me?
So I wasn't boo-hooing. I was...
Yeah, you were.
Can you not mock me, please? I
You
was
make it hard.
I was hurt
Oof. Oof.
by the situation because I was slowly reading between the lines. You would never text me first. I mean, that's how I'm feeling because...
You truly are a piece of work. I tell you what, your manipulation is just like it used to work. It used to work. It used to catch me. It used to slow me down and give you the benefit of the doubt. But I just see it too clearly now, and I don't even know if I want to entertain you anymore because you can't own anything. I mean, we're talking decades of text here. I'll watch a video and something will be brought up and I'll be like, what the heck? All I have to do is go to my messages and put in simple words. And then our conversations come up word for word. You have abused me, Amber. You have manipulated me, Amber, for a long time because of the love I had for my sister and for you. And you used that and you manipulated me to be the person when I would never be your person. But you led me to believe that for a long time. We can talk about all the different topics, being your mom in prison, you writing her, all that. That's long text threads of the bullshit you came up with for that. You know, did you owe your mom anything? No, but you said you wanted it. The text started with you asking, not me going, you need to. You wanted it. And I was the in-between person helping you. Without me, you would not be in your mom's life today. Without me, my sister would not be in my mom's life today. I have always been forced to be the in-between person, correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Well,
I mean, yeah, I guess she can't say for sure when it comes to, like, her grandma and, like, other people and that stuff. But if, Amber, if that was happening between you and her, yeah, you can say that Tammy was 100% the in-between person. Yeah. And I can understand that Tammy did not want to be the in-between person anymore because it sounds like being the in-between person can get pretty fucking annoying. I have been there. It does get annoying. Because goddamn, why can't they just talk to themselves like goddamn adults? I don't know.
holy shit.
I know I've made...
What about your uncle me? How about that for a family drama, huh? And then you go on and be a victim to others? Like, that's just weird to me. When it's such a hot spot in our family, and you put that word around like it's light as hell, right? You use the wrong word, right? When you accuse somebody, an innocent person who at the time was young as shit, you accuse them of something that they did not do. Thank God he had a voice to speak up. But tell me why when we just went to California, your mom had to go see your dad. Had to go see him in person. I refused. She left me in a car so she could go in and see your dad, the man that is behind so much of this, including my chapters. The man I despise more than anything on the face of this earth. And your mom, in sobriety, in recovery, chose to go see that man eye to eye.
Yeah. Now, people in the comments are saying Tammy has gone crazy. Tammy is a woman scorned. Okay? And you don't fuck with women scorned. You don't do that. I don't think Tammy is crazy. I think Amber has fucked around and found out. Now, all of these things, should they be on the internet? No, they shouldn't be. They should not. But, okay? Hear me out. Tammy needed to let it out. She's let it out 16 years in therapy. And she needed the world to know that, like, hey, look at all the shit Amber has done. Look at how this impacts our family and why it does. Yeah, I would say that being, assaulted in such a way by a family member, and then having your niece falsely accuse someone of SA, that's gonna bring up some feelings, some very raw feelings. And you know what? I think it's okay that Tammy called her out for that specifically.
Think That hurt me. So you're not the only one with damage, Amber. The difference is I don't let it be an excuse. All while trying to help you and your mom for decades. And you know what happened during that time when I was so focused on you and your mom and your fucked up family? It made me sick. Because you can't focus this long and this hard on other people and not have it take away from your life. You have, your dad has, your mom has, and you all play fucking victim. And I'm done. Anything else you want to talk about?
Okay, so you guys know those debates, specifically political debates, that are kind of like where one person goes like, it's okay, you can tell me what you mean by all of these things. I am a safe place. And then they go, pwah, I lied. This feels like one of those times where one person just constantly goats the other and then knocks him out. Like, holy crap. She is just... And she's so patient too. Is there anything else you would like to talk about? Or condescending or whatever. I don't know. I don't know tones of voice. That's hard for me. I don't understand tones of voice, body language, or emotions very much, to be honest. I don't even know what I'm feeling on a given day. Anyway.
I wasn't a great girlfriend.
No.
I probably wasn't a great niece. I wasn't a great anything. Like,
Understatement of the century.
I was broken. I try very hard to take accountability where I can, and I, like, especially when Beck was saying
Yeah, no you don't.
all those things, like, I admitted to things that I would never want to admit to out loud. Are you kidding?
Most of the stuff you didn't admit to.
Everything I said about Casey is 100% true.
I wish I could believe you, but I can't based on everything.
I genuinely
don't believe you.
I genuinely...
And that hurts to say it.
I don't care if you believe me or not.
Of course not.
But
well, the last thing I'd ever want to do is go against somebody who was actually assaulted. But all I'm saying is, based on the person I know you are, I cannot believe it 100%. If it did happen to you, I'm sorry it happened to you. If it didn't happen to you, karma's a bitch.
You're not sorry?
Who was Aunt?
You're not sorry, okay? You're not sorry for outing your mother. You're not sorry for being mistreated to your mother and your grandmother. You're not sorry for a lot of things that you do, ever. It's clear.
Tammy, at this time when Amber Lynn Reed came into this world, her first and only niece. Let's see. Tammy lived in the Florida Keys. She had her first daughter at 16 and 88. She had her second daughter at 17 and 89. And in 1990, her sister came from California to Florida to get off drugs. Did for a little bit, got pregnant. I was in the delivery room with your mom giving birth to you, literally. Joke about that today. And then shortly after that, you were a few months old, and your mom chose drugs again and left Florida Keys, went to California, and that's where the...
And this is where people have said that this is confirmation. Christine was sober while she was pregnant with Amber.
I continued of our separation, but I never gave up. I found you on MySpace, remember, after all those years? I came and seen you when you were 14. Your foster care people, or whatever, state custody people contacted me. I didn't have a pot to piss in. I was getting ready to be disabled from all my trauma.
I don't remember you coming to visit when I was 14.
You don't remember no part of your dad saying, Amber, that's enough, and you still putting more scoops on your plate?
No,
You're
I do
sitting
not.
at the kitchen table in the trailer. I remember it.
There needs to be some nuance, and I had undiagnosed borderline personality disorder.
Yep, same fucking excuse as she always does. Are you really diagnosed? You wanted to show us so badly your diabetes info, and while it is not nice to, ask people for diagnoses and proofs of them, we can't trust you. You lied about having OCD for several years. You lied about going to therapy. You lie about stupid stuff all the time for no fucking reason. You lied about having a girlfriend for a long time. Overall, you are pathetic, and I feel bad for you.
due to all the trauma of my childhood. It makes sense that I was absolutely unwell, and still to this day I am, and I thank God for maturity.
So get therapy.
And for aging, because I feel like that's the only reason why I have come as far as I have.
You're not mature. What fucking maturity? You literally seem just as bad as you did when you were first making videos.
I will admit Kiwi Farms was not the nicest thing for an aunt to do. But again, it's when you push me to the end. When I've had enough, I've tried and got slapped around by you, by your lies, by your manipulation. I have it in text. So it's not just hearsay. It's stuff that I can say, Amber, this is what I said, this is what you said. And it's not just in your 20s. Like you say, you're in your 30s now, right? I don't know anything about a lot of your last relationships for a reason, right? Otherwise, I'd have a lot to say.
I'm glad you don't know anything about Feline, because
I would have told it, you're right.
Because I don't want her shit aired out. Because it just seems like...
What happened in that relationship, Amber? What happened in that relationship, Amber?
Not say you had a lot to tell us about her the whole time coming here, and
Yeah.
then when you got here, you said nothing. Yeah,
Because
that's
me
part
and
of the games that you play. You act like you have a great relationship with my sister today, and that's a lie.
That's
You talk horribly to my sister. You treat her like shit. You make her your taxi, your Uber, your this, your that. I hear it all, Amber, and you should realize that by now. I don't have to be in your physical presence to hear about what goes on in our family. And I think you can tell by what I say, I know what I'm saying, because you know it. You have treated my sister like shit so many times since you've been here. And you try to control her. And you make her take time off work to do the stupidest shit. Things that you could schedule when she's not at work. But because
Yep, and her mother could get fired eventually because of that. She's losing out on money because of that.
think of you, you do it over and over and over and over and over again.
What I'm hearing you say is that grandma is telling you things, and I think we can both admit she gets her stories completely wrong. I do not make my mom take off of work. She has taken off of work a couple times, and it was either for vet reasons for my animals,
That's still not good.
or it was for reasons where I had to go to the doctor, like because I had to go to get a test done or whatever it may be, and they
Not her problem.
weren't open. Like, I don't know what to say about that. Like, they
I
weren't
just hear
open.
excuses with that. Sorry, vets have Saturday services. Vets have after-hour services. My sister gets off at
May I finish
4 and
what I was
5.
saying?
So you could do that. So she did take it off for that. You going to the doctor? Okay, that's not an excuse. You can make an appointment. You can take an Uber. Yeah, I mean, you can do DoorDash. You can take an Uber to a doctor's appointment. My sister doesn't have to lose money to take you.
Well, she doesn't lose money.
Yes, she does.
She doesn't lose money for leaving a couple hours at work.
Yes, she does.
She doesn't lose money for leaving a couple hours at work. Her job is very nice like that. And when that
She's
happens,
taken more than a couple hours. She's taken days off for you. Anyway,
she has not.
that's the least of our importance. But you don't treat my sister well, and I just want you to know that I'm very aware of it, and so is she.
My mom has never taken days off of work, and more than anything, she offers.
I guess it just depends who tells the story, but
It's sad because it makes me not even want to have a relationship with my grandma, because when I go
she
over
doesn't
to
want to have a relationship with you, so don't worry about that at all. That's why you don't go over to her house. When's the last time you went over besides the very last time? Besides that one, Amber, when's the last time you were over at my mom's?
two weekends before that.
Yeah. I know you guys take pictures and you put it in your videos, so I pretty much know when you're there. And also, I was talking to my mom about 3 to 5 times every single day. So to think I don't hear what goes on, pretty obvious I do. You know my mom. You know how she is, right?
Yes, that I'm also like confused because
So like she'll tell you one thing, she'll tell my sister one thing, she'll tell me one thing. We all know this, but there's still the common. You don't get
Yeah, which honestly, it seems like her mom is also a very toxic person, telling a different story or a partially different story to everyone else. Of course, there's a difference between just being elderly and doing it deliberately, but seeing the family that they come from,
Get up till after 3, so my sister can't do this or that with my mom because Amber, she don't get up till after 3. She can't make any plans with my mom to go do her nails or bingo anymore because she has to Amber. It's all about Amber.
I only see my mom once a week. It is on Saturdays.
So you guys don't go to Friday bingo no more?
No, I do not. So I spend 24/7 alone, and I feel like it actually has made me grow. Like, no pun intended, not like that. But I'm actually taken aback right now because when I'm around her, we laugh like, oh my God, I can't even, like, it hurts our ribs. We laugh so much. That was
Are you gonna tell?
Someone said Saturday is wiping day. Also, girly, you live alone and you just told people when you're out of the house. Great going.
You guys have never gotten an argument while you've been
Yeah,
on my about the way that you talked to my sister?
On my birthday, we got into an argument. We did. But
I also got into it about having my sister give you your shots too, right?
I started crying, and my mom was like explaining how she's totally fine with it and stuff, and it started to make me feel guilty, where I was like, is my mom actually like just saying she's not triggered? But no, she's not triggered because she wants to take.
You made her be like that, Amber. You made her feel like she can't tell you no because you keep bringing up the past. Now she owes you everything. So yeah, she's afraid to tell you no.
May
she
I
didn't
finish?
Want to do that.
How can you sit there and like still hold me to some standard of who I was in my 20s or when we talked more?
Because you haven't grown.
I've changed even in the last
year.
Have
you watched your videos, Amber? You are a recycle, repeat. Okay. Like, there's nothing new about you right now. You are the same person you were yesterday, last week, last month, last year. Watch your videos. Watch reaction videos. It shows it over and over again. Rinse, cycle, replete. You haven't
Replete. Same.
Changed, Amber. I wish you had, but you haven't. Do you know why me and your mom's not talking?
You guys had an argument?
Over what?
Over personal family things?
Nothing's personal. I mean, what we've aired out, what you've aired out about our family already, I don't think we have much more to hide, do we?
Oof! I mean, goddamn Aunt Tammy, holy shit.
My mom thought she was getting grandma's house. She wanted to keep it in the family.
Well, I'm going to make it clear the true story.
I didn't get to
on this recording.
I didn't.
And you can share it with your mom, and you can share it with all your people, and then the truth will be out whenever you're done with your side.
I didn't get to finish. She reacted out of that upsetness. You guys got in an argument. May I ask you why you think this matters in this moment?
Because it shows you guys' character, your behavior, what I put up with in this family, what I have put up with, what I still put up with. It shows that a sister, your mother, my sister, who nobody will doubt for a second, I was her keeper.
To me, it feels like your goal in this like going public thing is to make my mom look bad and to make me look worse.
No, it's to show that your mom, just because she got clean and sober, doesn't make you a good person automatically. There's still behaviors that need to be changed.
My mom.
And that is true. That is 100% fucking true. I have said that I'm just proud of Christine for getting sober. I mean, I am, because that is a big accomplishment. People don't get just addicted to the vices themselves. They get addicted to how it makes them feel. It may be a tiny dopamine boost, but it is still a dopamine boost. People get addicted to that. I have found my newest dopamine hit, and it is doing chores. Just being progressive with my life, I suppose. Is that the right word for it? Making progress in my life? Something like that. But that's what I get dopamine from right now, and I'm vibing with that. Also, not on topic, but I figured I would cut this in. I'm teaching myself how to storytime animate. So, go follow the Morbid Scholar, maybe. Link below.
And this was a big one.
Like, she's not even a good person who does bad things. She genuinely is a good person who does good things.
I'm not going to sit here and bash
You can also be a bad person who does good things.
my sister tit for tat for you, but you know what I mean. It's real rich coming from you. Real rich. At the end of the day, your mom she is a Christian and she's in sobriety, and you have to learn to forgive. But when the thing happened about the house, which we still haven't covered, when it happened though, and it wasn't my doing, it started with my mom, and I handled it the correct way. All this time, I thought she was not talking to me about 2 statements that I made during that time. Turns out, nope, it's just about the house. We go back to the beginning of the house when we originally talked about the house.
Yeah, I mean, that's not very Christian. Something, love thy neighbor.
With my mom. I am buying my first home. In their minds, I have a home. My sister, just getting clean and sober, we honestly didn't know, obviously, if she'd even stay clean and sober. My mom was wondering about the house. How could we have my sister in the house? Normally, in a family situation, you do it 50-50 between 2 siblings. And if the one sibling wants to live in the house, they buy out the other sibling. Say the house is $80,000. How would your mom ever come up with $40,000 to pay me out? And I, being the good sister, said, let's not worry about that. Sister can move in the house, and when it comes time for her paying me out, I don't care if she gives me $250 a month for the rest of her life, as long as she has a home. Now, as you know, your mom's gonna have 10 years clean. She's in the same apartment, same relationship, same job, doing very well, has a nice little nest egg. So when we're in California, my mom starts it, not me. My mom brings up the house thing, and I look at my mom and I say, Mom, now is not the time. Sister overhears this and questions, huh? What was that? No, I already heard it, and I already have it set in my mind that that's my house. So a fight starts. I said 2 things pretty, I guess, shitty. So I did say, number 1, you would never be able to buy a house. You would have to have a house given to you, just like our mother. And number 2, you're right, you'll never have a marriage like mine, because it takes work and dedication and love and nurturing, which she would never. And if you lie about your mom's relationship with Steven, that's just a whole new level. It's horrible. So tell the story you want to tell, but I got that juice too. So anyway, back to the house though.
Someone said, Tammy girl, off topic. Yeah, I would say off topic too, but yeah, I can also understand why she's so pissed off with Amber constantly lying about how good things are in her life. I understand wanting the self-preservation aspect of it because you don't really want people to know your family gossip, but also my solution would be, instead of acting as if everything is okay, just not talking about it.
So there was our little fight. Your mom says, sister, can we just put this at rest right now and enjoy our vacation? And I say yes, and I thought we did. And then it's a big issue again. Well, it gets worse, and the only reason why I'm letting this out is for me. Not for you, not for sister, not for my mom. This is for me. This is the family we come from. My mom and I went to her lawyers.
Rosie says Amber has not attacked Tammy once in this live. Rosie, you have seen with your own delusional eyeballs that Amber has attacked Tammy in other lives. So, tough shit.
Had her trust changed, and she wanted to die having my sister think that she's getting that house. And when that trust is read, boy, would your mom's head would have fucking turned. My mom wanted me to hold that in the whole time while looking at my sister in her face, thinking that she was getting this house. That's the kind of...
Yeah, that's a mother essentially pitting her daughters against each other, I would think. Which, in and of itself, is very mistreative towards your daughters. Were you not held enough as a child, Grandma Lynn?
I carry for this family. So there you go.
I just don't understand what this has to do with anything.
Shows your maturity.
Well,
It does, because all of these things are absolutely connected. It's the way the family has been raised, the way they've thought is okay to act. It has rubbed off on Amber, obviously, because she is from this family. She is around this family. And she has really never been corrected in a meaningful way. And that's what happens to people like this. They just turn into really dumb narcissists who either can't connect the dots or they just don't want to, so they're playing blindfolded.
At the end of the day, you are who you are. I am who I am. Largely it's because of our family. The difference between me and you is you will always play victim and I will always look to heal. I tried my best with you, Amber. I was never enough. I will never be enough. And as this life unfolds, I see it more and more clear. And you brought up going to visit Crystal. That was hurtful too. Because you know I don't have my daughter in my life. You and my sister both know what that daughter has done and is doing. Where was she when you needed anything? She's a user and a manipulator and a greedy, money-hungry person, just like you guys. That's why you guys get along. I don't get along with my daughter because just like you, I don't let people get away with their shit.
So I visited Crystal because she's my cousin and I love her.
Good. I hope you guys live a miserable life together. I really don't care. I watch another thing that you said that was so far from the truth is that you talked something about gift giving and that you used to send me gifts and no matter what, it was never enough. Why do you say shit like that when it's so far from the truth? I have videos of me opening up your gifts, crying. I equate you being a bad niece by all your actions, not just one. That's just one of many.
Like,
you don't want to talk about things that happened in your 20s, just years ago, right? But yet you think it's okay to talk about every single thing that happened since the day you were born and use this as an excuse to be the person that you are today.
Because unfortunately...
Oh, yep, that was hard. That was hard.
The things that I went through when I was younger, which I only recently found out a couple years ago, led me to have literally brain deformities, which is what is caused borderline personality disorder.
Oh, boo fucking who. Stop using it as an excuse, you idiot.
And you get help,
and I'm
Amber,
trying,
so you keep hurting
and I'm trying very, very hard to learn the difference between excuse and reason.
Well, I sincerely wish you all the best in that. You do need some professional help. I know you say that you've gotten it from time to time, but just sitting over a phone call or a video is not extensive help. You need really inpatient at the end of the day, but I know that will never happen. But you really do. You really need to take some of your money that you're making off this crap and get yourself some real help from a real counselor, face-to-face, weekly meetings, true medication that can help.
Someone just said in the comments, generational trauma for real. Yes, 100%. I think Grandma Lynn is also not a very good human being from this thing. It seems like she's pitting her daughters against each other or using them to keep secrets from each other. And that fucks with a relationship. It's like you want your kids to hate each other. Couldn't be me. I don't understand why people act like this. I really don't understand why most people do most of the things that they do. Humanity is confusing.
Help you, and maybe you can come out on the other side. And you do self-diagnose a lot. I hear it.
May I know what I have self-diagnosed myself as?
Oh my God, so many. Watch your videos. I don't have time for it.
If it's so many,
too many.
I would like you just to name one then.
Just anything. OCD.
That was
BPD, BPOPD. I don't know. Put all the letters in there. I don't give a
ASMR.
BPD. See, this is where it's like you're supposed to be my aunt, and whether you're angry or not.
Yeah, I was supposed to be.
Whether
right, I'm not no more.
I don't understand.
Damn, Tammy. Coming in clutch, baby. I love it. I love it. Oh, she is clocking shit like that.
Understand like how it's so easy for you to mock mental illnesses that I have.
She's not mocking anything. She's not. You haven't done enough therapy, you dumbass.
just as much labels, if not more, than you do. Documented, proved, treated. I would never make light. It takes a lot to get through these things, but it takes a lot of work.
ADHD you don't have. Yes, the ADHD piles pissed me off. Okay? She has traits of ADHD, but so does literally everybody else. It doesn't mean you have ADHD just because you have like 3 traits.
Work that I've put into it. You got me to this point because I've held on for so long, and every time I turn on the TV and I look into my niece, I see more and more and more, and it's disgusting.
Maybe something what you need to do is probably log off and stop watching my YouTube.
I've tried that.
Ooh, girl, that is fucking rich coming from the woman who was bothering her aunt, begging her, why would you not watch my YouTube videos? You talk about so much shit that reaction channels talk about, acting as if you don't fucking watch us. And, like, again, you even copied my mannerisms for one of your fucking videos. So, like, I don't fucking know, girl. I don't fucking know. So, like, you don't like what us reaction channels, all of us beautiful faces, so wonderfully desirable, so attractive, yes. You think all of us just, you think we do this to personally hurt you. How about you log off and stop watching our videos? Just a thought. Just a thought. You could do that. I don't know if you would. You probably wouldn't. You probably never would. Just like Emily's been saying, you've been sitting your fat ass down on the couch and doing fucking nothing but watching reaction channels and other YouTube things. I don't know, throw some skibbity toilet in there, maybe? Huh.
That before, do I need to show those fucking receipts too? Where I told you I need to quit watching your videos for my own mental health? And then the text comes, Auntie, are you watching my videos again? No. I really wish you would watch them. I'm sorry, Amber, I can't right now. A couple weeks later, you come back. You watching my videos again? You don't give a fuck about my mental health.
You are talking about things that genuinely happened
20 years ago, yeah.
so long ago. It's like crazy.
It doesn't. So if things that happened years and years ago don't matter, then quit
No,
bringing up
they
your past as if
definitely
they do.
I don't want to
Oh, damn.
insult you, but it just feels like you're bitter that me and my mom are close, and you didn't.
I'm not. I wouldn't have played the middle. I didn't want you guys close. It doesn't even make sense. The goal, the pot at the end of the rainbow was to have my sister clean and you and her enjoy life together. I just didn't know I'd be kicked to the curb in the process. Bitter, I don't think is the right word. Pissed off, I think is more accurate. Because it's disgusting. Besides this that's currently going on, what I have learned about you through your relationships that I've been watching, I don't want you in my life anyway. Even if we could amend this, you're a horrible person in my eyes now. You're vile. You're self-absorbed. You're manipulative. You're abusive. Not only physically, but mentally. So really all this is for nothing because there is no fixing this. I will never be in your life, my sister's life, or my mother's life for the rest of my life. And you can take that to the bank and cash it. Have a good night, Amber, and a good life. I wish you nothing but the best. You can talk all your shit that you want online. I give no fucks. Will I still watch it? Probably. Because you're a mind fuck at this point. I am so mind blown at the way you think and the way you act. Because as a 54-year-old woman, I still have some life to live. And I choose to live it. And I choose to live it without your bullshit in it. And you think it's cute to say I'm obsessed with you, that watched all your videos. That's just weird. There ain't nothing weird about that. I wanted a relationship with my niece, and the only way I got it was through YouTube. I lost, you won. I hope you have a great life.
Yes! Yes! Now, the idiots in her chat going off about how Tammy's obsessed, she's just as much of a narcissist. I mean, she could have narcissistic traits. Did you see the family she comes from? She's even said that herself. Have you seen the family she comes from?
I didn't even get to say bye.
That's what you care about. Okay. Yep. I'm sure that is beautiful. That is so wonderful. I'm so proud of you.
I feel verbally attacked. I know I have issues, like, that's obvious. I'm very upfront about them. It makes me sad because she clearly has issues as well, and it's like she's not, like, aware of that.
She's not aware of that? She told you herself she's been fucking diagnosed, you dumbass. She been to 16 years of therapy. I feel like that is maybe 16 more years than you. Do you see this shit, autism plush?
But one thing that I'm not is I'm not gonna let it get me down. I'm not embarrassed. It's not gonna let me look at myself any differently. If anything, it reminds
You're not embarrassed? Somebody said you should be embarrassed. I mean, yeah, if she's not, she definitely should be, because holy shit, she got absolutely bodied there.
me of how far I have come. I was hectic in my 20s, especially like my early
You're still hectic.
20s. I was hectic. Yeah, y'all are both narcissistic. Oh, I felt like I was slightly disassociative, or whatever the word is. And like,
Oh no, I didn't see disassociative. I saw you taking everything in and just unable to say anything.
a couple times I started crying. I felt like I was literally transformed back into like a little girl. Like, it was crazy. No, I wasn't gagged or speechless. You weren't even listening to Tammy. I was disassociating, but I was listening. I was coping. What are we door dashing tonight? I don't know. Do you think she had anything valid to say?
That was a rhetorical question.
Or was it all bullshit? It felt very like just out of nowhere. Even though it was over an hour of conversation.
Okay, you think this was out of nowhere? Do you have the memory of a goldfish? No. Because that stereotype is false, and goldfish actually have an okay memory for a goldfish. You have a worse memory than goldfish.
I still don't understand why this is happening. Whoa, what? Like, it is what it is. It was an hour of her screaming, taking her anger out on you. It was hard to respond to like anything she was saying
She brought out a lot, and she dropped some receipts tonight.
because she would not stop talking. Wasn't speechless.
Okay, bye. So obviously looking at this, I feel like there are some things that Tammy maybe didn't need to talk about. You know, okay, putting it out on the internet, that's a lot. However, I also understand why she needed to get her truth out. I feel like this was really her magnum opus, or, you know, her, I can't speak French, but pièce de résistance. Yes, that piece. That one. I can't speak French. Quebec would hate me if I tried to become prime minister. Pretty much this is saying, fuck you, goodbye, I'm done, wish you the best, but peace out. This is me severing our ties. You're done, I'm done, we're going separate ways, see ya. This was Tammy's final goodbye. We hope. Tammy talking about how she plans on cutting her own mother off, not just Amber and her sister. Good for her. It sounds like her mother is pitting her daughters against each other. And clearly Grandma Lynn is not that great of a person. Or at least she was an extremely neglectful parent. I mean, seriously. What happened that your child was an addict at like 12? I could tell in her voice that she was a woman scorned. She was also very done with the situation. I don't think she was really lying about anything. I think it was, you know, a lot of things she had experienced over the years. And when people are just done, when they've been used so often, they can go off. When people have been used or they've been in a mistreated relationship, they can just go off, and that is understandable. Tammy, please get maybe a little more therapy after this whole thing, because I don't know, I think you need to talk through it more, and I hope you do, because therapy is good for also just everyday stuff. I'm assuming she would know that because she's been doing 16 years of it, which Amber could learn from, but she won't. We also all agree that Amber really does need inpatient, because holy crud nuggets. Anyway guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe, hang out, hit the bell notification if you're feeling like a party. Do you guys want a Lifesaver gummy? I really like Lifesaver gummies. They are some of my favorite gummies. Anyway guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!